Steeler Nation, sports fans, welcome to another version of Soul Tape. It is a victory.
It's called coaching.
Sidney Crosby passes Mario Lemieux as the Penguins' all-time points leader.
The Pirates have one of the best pitching staffs.
They be balling.
I'm fired up. Yeah. What's up, everyone? We are back and we are fired up for a brand new version of Soul Tape. Hopefully you like the introductory intro, I should say. Well, I kind of said it twice, didn't I?
Introductory intro? Hey.
What a way to start. But
I'm not picky.
It's brand spanking new.
Hey, before you get started, man, thanks, man. You put me in the intro, man. I heard my ad libs. It's called coaching.
It's called coaching.
That, bro.
It's called coaching.
Hey, you lit a fire under me, man. I'm too excited.
Is that right?
Thank you again.
All right, no problem. So, hey, this is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. I'm not sure if you've been a part of the show or not, but if you haven't, please make sure you join us every Tuesday. My name is Kevin Cameron. To the left of your screen is Ralph McCormick.
Hello.
To the right of the screen is Keith Platt.
What up, y'all?
All right, and as always, in the middle, it is the guy, Ken Craig. What's up, Ken?
What's going on, guys? Thank you both. Thank you all for being here.
Man, we have a lot of great topics for today. Yes, we do. And we would like for as many people as possible to join us. Give us a call. The phone lines are open. And Ken, do you have those digits there?
I sure do. So we're to call in. Not to text, only call. Dial 412-213-8995. And if you want to text us, you can text us anytime throughout the show. That is 412-218-3888.
All right. Also, check out our radio schedule, everyone, on the website, 24/7 music that we have, as well as a lot of other great content. Hopefully you're a subscriber of the channel as well, the YouTube channel. Those of you that might be listening on the radio side, come on over to the YouTube side as well. Just go to YouTube, put in Pittsburgh's DSEN, and you can find us and you'll be able to watch us instead of just listening to us. But if you can't watch us, hey, that's the next best thing, is to listen to us. All right, so the question of the day, fellas, I don't want you to answer this question yet, but news just broke not too long ago, I guess yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, regarding a pretty good wide receiver, Super Bowl wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, okay, formerly of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. So he has a Super Bowl ring, right? Super Bowl champ, Tyreek Hill. Should the Steelers consider bringing Tyreek Hill in? Now, the Steelers are supposed to have a lot of cap space. Okay, so money shouldn't be a problem, right? Money shouldn't be a problem. And in addition to that, everyone should know the Steelers have 12 draft picks as well. So I expect a flurry of activity when it comes to this offseason. It already started off with a bang, fellas, right? Mike Tomlin, no longer the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers after 19 years. And homeboy, Mike McCarthy comes in, put together his staff that we'll talk about as well. Okay, so hold your thoughts on that question of the day. We'll cover that after the break as well. We'll hear from each of you regarding that question of the day. All right, I want to start off with some beef, right? It's nothing like some good beef when it's real beef, if you know what I'm saying. And you normally don't get the beef from the Pittsburgh Steelers, more especially, I'm talking about some legends of this historic franchise.
Is it beef? Is it beef or is it drama?
Well, beef is drama.
Okay.
Beef.
All right.
For sure. Beef is drama.
Okay.
So you have, what can I say? Hall of Honor, two individuals, two legends, just was added to the Hall of Honor. Okay, Joey Porter Jr., senior. Okay. Joey Porter Sr. and okay, I'm getting a text message as well. I'm glad my daughter told me that our names is swapped, Ralph. We're out of position, but
that's okay.
Okay, we'll see if she could send us a new outline so we could correct that. Maybe we could correct that during the break. Yeah, so that happens from time to time. All right, so where was I? Two legends, just both in the Hall of Honor, right? Both in the Hall of Honor. Okay. Joey Porter Sr., I almost said it again, number 55, double nickel. Okay, as well as Peasy, right?
Peasy.
Big Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, and then you have possibly future Hall of Famer, and Ben is definitely a Hall of Famer, but James Harrison is the other legend, future Hall of Famer. Okay, so you got Peasy against James Harrison. Can I say James Harrison, or do I have to say Debo?
Whatever.
Do I have to say Debo?
Whatever floats your boat.
Who does he say? Who does he call himself?
He called himself Debo.
Well,
Which what did Joey Porter Jr. have to say? I mean, Senior have to say about that?
He's turned into his alter ego. He's no longer James Harrison. He's gave that up. He's Debo now.
And Joey Porter Sr. said, look, when you hang around us, you need to stop that Debo mess. Yeah. Okay? Get out of character, man. Come on. You're taking this thing too far. You know, people could take it too far. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to cue up that particular information. I listened to James Harrison and who else is doing a podcast? The cornerback,
Joe Hayden.
Okay, you got what is it called? Debo.
I forgot.
Debo and Hayden.
I'm subscribed to. I can't remember.
Something like that. Debo and Joe. So we'll cue that up, but I'll need a little bit of time to cue it up. So who wants to go first on this? On this?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Okay, man. It's short and fast for me, man. All Joey Porter did was tell the truth, man. I mean, sometimes the truth hurts. It is what it is. I didn't detect not one lie. You know what I'm saying? Ben Roethlisberger is well documented. Hall of Fame quarterback, but you know, you got Millersville, you got Lake Tahoe. They say he's a bad teammate.
Come on, man.
I'm just being honest.
Come on. Are you going personal or are you going teammate?
I'm going because I'm basically saying what Joey Porter said about him being a bad teammate. He shouldn't be talking.
Well,
that's one of the reasons. Some of the
things that you mentioned has nothing to do with being a teammate. And now you're talking
because it sheds a bad light on the Steeler logo, on the Steeler Nation.
Oh, that's where you're going.
Yes, it sheds a bad light. I'm being honest.
Okay.
And I didn't think Joey Porter said nothing wrong. I thought everything he said was spot on. Bullseye. Sniper.
Okay. Yeah. But he didn't go as far as what you went.
Yeah, he did. He said
not outright.
No, he didn't. But we all knew what he was talking about. You know, I just gave you more details, and you know, it's well documented, man.
Yeah, I thought he was just talking about it in the locker room. You know, those kind of that.
I considered all of that.
But I understand.
I considered all of that
because I agree. It is a direct shot at the at the Steelers Shield.
Yeah, it's on his resume.
Didn't get so rich.
I agree.
Well, look,
I know
you said as a personal. Debo said it as personal. He said his opinions weren't personal on Tomlin.
Some people don't like each other.
He said my opinions, as what I stated on Tomlin, aren't personal, but I have a personal issue with it. So it is personal. If you listen to what he said, it is personal for him. The longer and longer he went on, you could tell he has an issue. And then when you hear what Joey said, Joey has a personal issue with Roethlisberger. So he went down that road. So there's personal in this. Yes, it's locker room stuff.
Yeah, it's
but
egos,
it's also personality and them feelings.
Prize picks and get $50 instantly.
All right, so I mean, I'm gonna play. I still need a minute to cue this up.
No doubt.
Okay, it's personal. Explain that, Ralph, a little bit more. Who doesn't like who?
Well, something happened between Debo and Tomlin. Tomlin said he was going to bring him back and didn't. And he took exception to that. But he said it in a way where he was protecting him. They didn't want to bring him back, but he said it in a nice way. And Debo took that serious. So that hurt him. That's what his beef is. And there's probably other things that went on there, had to go on there. And then I'm not sure what happened between Porter and Roethlisberger, but it seems like they got a long history of dislike. He went into stuff that happened when he was a captain, the prima donna, the way Roethlisberger was acting, especially early in his career, and how he saw that progress throughout his career. And he take exception to that. The old school players, you carried yourself in a certain way. You acted a certain way. And he acted above and beyond the team. And they take that personal.
Right.
So I think when you look at that whole organization, there's been dysfunction. And you're just seeing it now. The players are coming out and saying
Is it anything, I really don't believe it's anything unusual in locker rooms, to be honest with you. Because a lot of times things that happen in any locker room
usually stays in house.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure when New England was winning all the Super Bowls, there were things going on. When the Steelers were winning 4 out of 6 years, there were things going on. I mean, some people, it's just like any other workplace, right? You don't like everybody you work with.
Well, they don't talk to Belichick right now.
There you go.
So
but there's a 24-year-old female that talks to him.
See,
that's what it is.
No, you're right.
I don't understand it.
You're right.
I couldn't mess with my granddaughter, basically, but to each his own. Period. I mean, it's weird.
Best way to put it.
Yeah, to each his own. But let me do this, fellas.
Well, can I ask a question really quick? So, and I want to pick your guys' brain on this, right? Because I'm a little fascinated by this because Porter only played with Ben, 2 years? 2004 through 2006. And then he was a coach, right? He was a outside linebackers coach, defensive assistant, 2014 to 2018. Was he talking from both aspects? Or was he talking from, players captain and Ben Roethlisberger being, rookie, second, third?
I think he's talking about all.
Well, hold tight right there. We'll answer that question after we hear the clips from this particular podcast, which is great. These players and former players have podcasts where we could actually hear directly from them.
Right.
The podcast is called Debo and Joe. And here we go. Let me see if I could get it out there. Let me see if I could turn it up as well. And
brothers fight. Okay,
Brothers fight. Family feud.
Now I'm sure you heard the comments, but for y'all that didn't, here's what he said.
Well, he broke the brotherhood. Then Seven definitely broke the brotherhood because,
that's the one I don't understand.
The
as
shit
much.
that Seven did that we don't talk about.
I know.
is crazy. Like out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone and really talk Steeler business.
Yeah.
Because if we talking Steeler business, his ass is foul of all foul. The shit that he's did is foul of all foul. He's not a good teammate. Won a Super Bowl with him, but the person, he's just not a good teammate. He knows that. Anybody in the Steeler building knows that, but we protected him Because I've only won one Super Bowl, and that was my quarterback. So do I love my quarterback? Yeah, but is he a good person? No.
Yeah, they didn't play the part that he said about me. I don't know why y'all didn't. You need to get that in there. But what he said was,
What he said?
He basically had said that we told our version of our story in Pittsburgh. Okay, and now when you read in between the lines on that, you would imply that our version means like, it's a lie because people read in between the lines. Would you imply that? If I said that's your version?
I mean, no. I mean, everybody has their own version to the story. Different parts.
Okay. So when it comes down to this, that's my version, Ben's version, whatever it may be. This is his version, okay? He believes Mike Tomlin is a great coach. And the reasons that he gave behind that was that he said, I should be more loyal to him because my name, Debo, I had 3-4 Pro Bowls, Defensive Player of the Year. I played in 2 championships. He paid me $50 million, changed my life. Coward cut me 3 times, and he feels like I took a shot at him and I broke the brotherhood. Okay. So when you say these things, Joe, it implies that he gave me it, right? Like he gave me this. First, he didn't give me the name Debo. Brett Kiesel gave me the name Debo, okay? He didn't give me Pro Bowls. He didn't make me the only undrafted player to ever win Defensive Player of the Year and get paid $50 million, okay? Again, implying that it was given to me undeservingly, okay? It wasn't. Coward cut me 3 times. Hell, I would have cut me. Did you see my football life? Like, I would have cut me. I earned everything I was given, even the cuts. Now, he says, Mike Tomlin is great. I say he's a good coach, dude. And here's my reasoning. Again, dude, it's not personal, although I do have a personal issue with him. Yes, he got 2 Super Bowl appearances. He has a win. He's the only coach in 20 years to go without having a losing season. And as my brother Ryan Clark said, he has done more with less. But he has to also be responsible for acquiring that less, okay? And I believe that comes because he has missed on his first and second round draft choices over the last 10 years. He has only signed 2 guys to long-term deals when that time came for renewal. Now, your 1s and 2s are supposed to be the easiest picks that you get, right? He done missed on 12 or 14 of them, okay? He has done a great job with less talent, okay? But he has done a far less job with great talent. Since our last playoff win in 2016, in 2017, he had a number 1 and a number 5 defense and was bounced out in the first playoff game by Jacksonville, 42-45. 2018, 4th ranked offense with a 6th ranked defense, didn't even make the playoffs. Didn't make the playoffs in 2019 with a 5th ranked defense. 2020, y'all lost to the Cleveland Browns with a 3rd ranked defense, 37-48. Okay? And the biggest thing for me, you ain't got a coaching tree. The coaching tree is the greatest indicator of your strength in teaching and an ability to develop other coaches under your leadership. And no coach in NFL history that has a tenure this long would be able or has been able to do that without having a tree but him. Okay? And now this is where the personal relationship gets involved with people, okay? You have a relationship and it's a good one. So you can look at the negative things and look past it. And you can focus on the positive things because you have a good relationship with him. Joe, you have guys that say he's a great coach and haven't even had a playoff win under him.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can stop it there. All right, cool. So everyone had an opportunity to hear James Harrison's side. Matter of fact, you had a chance to hear Joey Porter,
Right.
Okay, first, and then James Harrison. I actually looked online as well to see if Ben Roethlisberger had a response. I didn't see a response from Ben Roethlisberger. But let me say this. I'm with Joey Porter Sr., fellas. I'm with Joey Porter Sr. And James Harrison, when he talks about Debo, that who did he say gave him the name?
Brett Kiesel.
Brett Kiesel. Okay. No one is going to name you Debo unless you performed, right? Unless you perform. I mean, if you're sitting on the bench not doing anything, you're not going to get that type of nickname.
Yeah, practice squad ain't getting that.
Exactly. Yeah. So who gave you the opportunity? It's funny that he's so hard on Mike Tomlin and so easy on Bill Cowher, right? He said Bill Cowher cut him 3 times and he desered to be cut 3 times. Okay, well, why did
I
he,
like how you said he earned his cuts, though.
Yeah. But however, he wasn't the same player when he was trying to come back to Pittsburgh.
Right.
Okay, he didn't recognize that. He didn't say, Mike Tomlin didn't want me back because he realized I wasn't the same player.
Right. I went to Cincinnati. I went to New England. He didn't say that.
Yeah, and I heard, and that was before, it was before New England, after Cincinnati.
Okay.
However, I heard the whole interview with Joey Porter Sr. Okay, he did that interview on Cam Hayward's podcast Super Bowl week. Mm-hmm. Something we didn't hear during that interview, he talked about how things happen in the Steelers culture under Mike Tomlin, right? You're able to get away with things based on your performance. If you perform at a high level, you get away with more, right?
That's what every team.
And when you go away, it is. For the most part, when your performance drops, you can't do what you used to do.
Right, your value goes down.
And I believe Peasy said that Tomlin didn't want James Harrison back because he knew he wouldn't change his behavior. He would still behave as though he's still the top, outside linebacker or rush in the league, and he didn't feel like dealing with it. Okay, so but the Debo stuff, he wouldn't get that unless he performed. And then there is something, I'm not sure, did he mention loyalty? Maybe James, I want to say, I'm not sure if he mentioned it or not, but I mean, the people that support you, come on, man, you got to be loyal to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. There's sometimes, right, when you're loyal to people and you know they're wrong, what do? You keep your mouth shut, right?
That's real.
You might pull that person to the side and say, "Hey, look, bro, look, I don't agree with you. Mm-hmm. I think you should be gone, Mike T, but I'm not going to say it publicly. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say it publicly."
Right.
Okay, and this is where Peasy had a problem with both of these guys.
Right.
I mean, Ken, I even mentioned when all the noise came down about Mike Tomlin, I even mentioned how Ben Roethlisberger, how I thought he was wrong when he said there's a Penn State opening.
Yep.
Come on, man. Come on. That's throwing shade.
I remember that too. Did you hear his press conference?
That's throwing shade.
What's wrong with you?
And he knew Tomlin got upset when someone mentioned him for the USC.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. You said
ago.
A booster don't got enough money to pay him.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, more especially as Peasy said, when they basically covered up all your dirt.
Right.
And you're going to act this way, and you're going to act this way.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
But anybody else?
But can two things be true at the same time? Is there anything that what he said that you can counter? Has he missed
everything?
Everything. How many first and second round picks has he missed on?
But here's the deal with that. I didn't look it up, right? But here's the deal with that.
I was under Kevin Colbert's watch too. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry.
There you go. And I was going to say you can't have it both ways, right? I mean, I believe in responsibility for the primary person responsible, and Kevin Colbert was the primary person responsible for those draft picks.
Exactly.
And you can't have it both ways. What is harder, fellas? Is it harder for all of us in this? I mean, for any coach, but more especially for us in this room. Mm-hmm. You give me first and second round draft picks, or us. You give us first and second round draft picks, and then you give us 6th and 7th round draft picks to get performance. Which one will be harder? You don't even got to think about it. If you ask me, it's going to be harder to get performance from the 6th and 7th round draft picks. Okay? I mean, a first or second round draft pick, they're supposed to come in.
Yeah,
balling.
I get your logic. Okay,
they're supposed to come in and.
Right.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah, the 6th and 7th, you're not really expecting them to come in there.
They might not make the team.
Right.
They might not make the team.
So you're giving him a pass of not having any involvement.
It's not a pass.
It sounds like a pass.
It's not a pass.
Some of it was his fault, but I really with them draft picks, I really blame Kevin Colbert.
Okay. You take that one, but what about the coaching tree?
Yeah,
that's a good one. That's a good point.
The coaching tree. I wish, but look it up because we talked about this before. Okay.
Yeah.
And excuse my French, but I could give a damn about a coaching tree. What I care about what you do for my organization. Hold on.
The two are direct reflection of each other.
You have Kyle Shanahan, right? Or you have Kyle Shanahan is supposed to be a highly respected coach, one of the best in the NFL. Look at his coaching tree. He'll probably have a better coaching tree than Mike Tomlin. Mm-hmm. But who won the Super Bowl? So which coach do you want?
I like
okay,
that.
Which coach do you want?
I like
James Harrison. Okay, if James Harrison didn't develop, and see, here's the deal right here too. Right? Here's the deal right here too. He doesn't give Mike Tomlin credit for his development.
Right.
But at the same time, he holds Mike Tomlin responsible for bringing the players in. Okay, so he brought James Harrison in. Mm-hmm. He gave him the resources he needed to become the player he was, right? So you should give credit to Mike Tomlin for putting the resources in place to develop you to get the performance that
turns you into Debo.
Exactly.
I think he was just trying to explain why he doesn't think that Tomlin is great. He said he thinks he's a good coach, not great.
Not great.
But that's shade.
Huh?
But that's shade.
Well, it's coming from a place where he got a beef, So that's where that's coming from, and it's mean-spirited. The stuff Joey was talking about, though, gets in the behind the scenes of all of that and why they're coming with the personal stuff and why they have beef and why they're saying these things. So I think both things can be true.
No.
Yes.
If you listen to the whole interview, and everybody could go out and listen to a whole interview with Debo and Joe. But here's the deal. James Harrison told Peasy it's something else, and I can't remember the exact quote or words, comments about when the other person has the gun. What's that?
Oh, it's
that
all
phrase?
fun. So the rabbit got the gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When people say something like that, you know that they can't wait to get you.
Yeah.
So and he even said it was personal with him.
Definitely did.
He even said that. So it's like having a scorned girlfriend, right? Where she comes and key your car and
try to bust your
window and call your current girl and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all that.
James Harrison, he needs to go somewhere and sit down and be loyal. Really, that's what it's all about. And be thankful for the opportunity.
You want to play for the Patriots, bro?
Exactly. Go ahead, Ken.
I was going to ask because the whole thing was about breaking the brotherhood.
Yeah.
Right. The whole thing was about breaking the brotherhood. So taking it back to its core issue of what it all started with. Right. It goes back to Ben.
Right.
Right. When he broke the brotherhood.
And James Harrison, both.
And James Harrison.
Yeah.
But James Harrison came out and said, why is Peasy attacking Ben when I said worse? right? That's how I took it. Ben was like, yeah, it's probably time for Tomlin to move on. Whereas James Harrison came out and said, like, I'm taking a personal shot. Right? And so I think Harrison was kind of like sticking
I think
up for
Ben took a personal shot.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah,
I
both
do too.
took personal
Heck
shots.
yeah.
I do too. But I think it felt like Harrison was almost like kind of pulling the attention to him a little bit. Right? And kind of doing what Peasy even said was kind of protecting your quarterback. Mm-hmm. Right? Kind of, it was just odd that he took that and made it a moment about him. Right? Like, and had to add that little bit. There's some things I do agree with. Like you said, I do agree with, I'm the biggest Tomlin apologist here. But, his coaching tree is always acquired. Those things that you're measured by.
It's funny how no one mentions Bruce Arians, though.
Oh,
Yeah, or
Super
Todd
Bowl,
Haley.
Well,
Super Bowl winning.
I have it up right here because the one offensive coordinator that he has under his quote unquote tree is Bruce Arians, who was the OC the last time they won the Super Bowl.
And
right?
he was forced to get rid of Bruce Arians.
Yeah.
It was well known. He was forced to get rid of him.
Yeah, because they said him and Ben was too cool.
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, going fishing together, going gambling together, and all that. Yeah, they didn't like the brotherhood with them too.
But the whole thing about Peasy bringing out that they broke the brotherhood by bringing all that up, and then he goes deeper, right? Then he goes deep, like he told like a lot of behind the scenes stuff, right? A lot of behind the scenes stuff. Do I agree with it? Yeah,
he didn't. He just said a lot of things happened.
One
That's
thing about
basically what
Joey
he
Porter, he's going to tell it how it is. He's not going to tell you how it might be.
Yeah.
He getting right to the point, bro.
Yeah.
He giving it to you raw with no chaser. Like, that's why I like him.
But so with everything going on with this beefing, right? With this beefing, like I said, I'm on Joey Porter senior side.
Me too.
I know you are too,
Yeah.
Ken.
I'm on Joey Porter senior side.
Okay.
I think it had to be called out. I think that he was sticking up for the Shield as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly think that the beef that Debo has with Tomlin,
Right.
like at some point you got to sit back and be like, all right, my time was up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at some point you got to
Yeah,
sit
you
back and
lost your
say,
welcome.
like, hey, I'm glad I went out like at that point and not when I was way down here, right?
Right.
So like put that behind you, man. Put it behind you. You had a great career. Put it behind you.
That's what I'm saying.
He's still mad about when they drafted T.J. Watt.
Yeah.
But isn't this kind of weird? Doesn't this sound like high school drama?
It does.
Drama?
It does.
Egos. They got egos,
does.
man.
But these are alpha males.
You're
These are
right.
the top of the food chain.
And I
These
get
are
it.
like, but their personalities, and all of that.
Yep.
But you're talking about things that you would expect. Like, I'm trying to stop my middle school daughter from acting like this.
Yeah.
And these is
Yeah.
grown men.
Right.
You know?
But that's what they know. You know what I mean? Like that's what they know. Like that's the environment they're in. It's hyper competitive. And then when they get out of that, whenever they get out of that environment and you put a microphone in front of them, right? That's what they know.
So that's the Steelers locker room when AB was there acting crazy, when Bell was there acting crazy,
Yeah.
Joey had issues. So this is the environment that was in the Steelers locker room.
well, I'm saying it's probably the environment of the Steelers, the Dolphins, the Bengals,
That's
the
right.
Rams. You know, I'm saying this is a competitor locker room.
Do you think the Kansas City Chiefs, when they was winning, they was like this?
No, winning covers up everything.
They were acting like
They were
that,
acting
but they
like
were
that,
winning.
yeah.
They cover,
Come on.
Winning, everyone's having fun when you're winning.
Look.
You know what I mean?
Look, did we see a number of times Travis Kelce,
Yeah.
get in Andy Reid's face a number of times, push him on the sideline?
Yeah.
Right.
It definitely happened.
Right. See,
It definitely
AJ Brown and Nick Sirianni. We
Yeah.
done seen it. You seen it?
Yeah.
That's not what you mentioned, though, about all of the off the field shenanigans.
Look.
No, I was talking about the whole thing, like,
Look,
as far as Joey
I
Porter.
know, but that's not
Yeah.
what you're talking about. Isn't he? That some of this stuff was crazy.
Look,
Yeah.
see, I hate to go here, okay, because I mean every life matters, and I'm serious when I say this as well. But you had Gonzalez up in New England killing people, okay?
Oh, Hernandez.
Hernandez.
Yeah, Hernandez. Okay.
Killing people.
Okay.
And then you had the owner, Robert Kraft, down in Miami.
That was after the winning. That was it.
Well, it's still their culture. It's still their culture, right? Right. Getting happy endings, with getting massages and everything, and then you have my man
cross the line with that one.
No, well, we're keeping it real.
It's the reality.
Yeah, we're keeping it real. So
Dante Stallworth had a vehicular homicide as a Patriot.
Exactly. Yeah. So what the Steelers are doing is nothing compared to other locker rooms.
Yeah.
But when you win, okay, things are coming up. Even you mentioned A.J. Brown for the Eagles, okay? Sitting on the sideline reading a book. And how did they spend that? I mean, the book, the volume increase in sales shot up, right?
Right.
But they were winning, so this guy
nobody complained. Yep. Everybody start losing.
Everybody needs to go out and get that buck. So
you got to point to something why they didn't make it to that next level of winning. You got to point to something. We're going to give them a pass on the talent. We're going to give them a pass on the way they were acting.
Yeah.
You got to point to something. And I think this is a contributing factor because they was High School Musical in there. They was in it. That stuff should have been cleaned up. And that points to Tomlin to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, Ralph, I kind of like a lot of it because these are premier athletes. When you're a premier athlete, and I think James Harrison probably said it, as part of the podcast, we didn't hear the whole thing, but if you go and hear the whole thing, James Harrison said about Ben, when you're in your second year and you win the Super Bowl and you're the main man on campus, you're gonna act a certain way.
You gotta listen to what Joey said.
You're gonna walk a certain way.
Joey said in the beginning, he said them captains policed that team and policed the locker room correctly.
That's right.
He said after they left, it went downhill. I think them years after those years after that, it got out of control. And you saw that with a lot of the players, A.B., and a lot of those other guys that followed. There was nobody to provide the discipline those old vets provided and the stability.
I think the difference was they just didn't get the championships, right? That they had, one under Cowher and one under Tomlin.
I got some good reasons, man. I got some good reasons for that. I'm gonna say this because I know we got to move on. One
exactly.
more thing. He said something about the 47-38 loss, the 2020 year, right? That was the COVID year. To this day, I still think the Steelers got robbed that year because they had to play 3 games in about 12 days. If you gave the Steelers rest, I guarantee you we'd have went further.
But you still got to beat the Cleveland Browns. At home.
I thought that team was tired, man. You played on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You played every day of the week that year.
I'm of the belief when you play the Cleveland Browns, you should be able to wake up and win.
I agree.
Especially
Baker was on the heater that year, but we should have won that game, man. Yeah. That hat snapping, it was a wrap. But I still think that team was fatigued due to COVID. But hey, they lost. It is what it is. But I'm going down with that. That's my excuse for that year.
For a
but
cost-effective way to help increase your company.
So the Steelers were fatigued as a result of that, but Cleveland was good.
Yeah, they were solid that year.
I'm saying that they weren't tired because of the schedule. The Steelers were tired.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
they didn't have to go through what we went through with the COVID that year.
I still say it doesn't matter. You beat Cleveland. You beat Cleveland. All right, so we'll go ahead and take our first break. We went a little over, which is okay because this is a very hot topic. And if anyone out there would like to join the conversation regarding the topic as well, please give us a call. The numbers are on your screen. If you're on the radio side, the numbers are 412-213-8995 to call us, or you can text us at 412-218-3888. We want to hear whose side are you on? James Harrison and Ben Roethlisberger, I should say James Harrison is on Ben's side, and you never told us whose side you're on.
Can I be on the fence? Can I take both? Can I take?
Okay.
I'm a big James Harrison fan, but I probably got to lean with you guys. And the reason why I lean with Joey is because Cam was over there kind of validating what he was saying.
Yeah,
Cam was kind of over there.
Right.
So he's probably, like you said, he's probably the truth teller out of it all.
Got you. All right. So when we come back, what we'll talk about the All-Star games, fellas. I'm not sure if you had a chance to check out the NBA All-Star game this past Sunday. I might have watched 2 minutes of it.
Oh, yeah.
Just switching through the channels and everything, but it begs a question.
When's it on?
I mean, the NFL, they're already doing flag football for there. So it begs a question. Should major professional all-star games go away? And if not, what changes should be made? We need to give updates on the Steelers coaching staff, top Steelers free agents by position, and we need to get an answer to the question, should the Steelers consider acquiring Tyreek Hill? We'll talk about it all when we return.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, Love and Hip Hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
All right. We are back. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. This is what we do every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. We talk about what's going down in Pittsburgh sports and the major and hot sports topics. If you missed any of the show, you can go back and check out what we've been saying, or what we said, I should say, about some legends of the Pittsburgh Steelers: Joey Porter Sr., Ben Roethlisberger, and James Harrison. And it's really all centered around talk about Mike Tomlin being a great coach, or if it were time for him to leave. And we would love your comments. We would love to hear them. 412-213-8995 is the number, or you can text us 412-218-3888, as well as, I know a lot of people listen to the program on the recording. So if anyone is doing that as well, you can always text us at any time. The question of the day: should the Steelers consider acquiring Tyreek Hill? He is now free. Miami let him go. I'm going to throw it over to you, Ralph. What you think?
Well, given a conversation that we just had in the history of drama, he had fit perfectly into the organization. You know.
Okay.
The whole time. That's what I was thinking about, man.
Sorry, I don't mean to steal your take.
No. The whole time I was like, we're talking about all this. Now we're going to talk about bringing Tyreek Hill.
But it's a different regime now. It's a different era. This is the Mike McCarthy era, fellas.
Well, to answer your question seriously, I mean, the injury, it would concern me. When he's going to come in this year, it's going to be a wasted year. He's going to command a high price.
Well, he really won't, but go ahead.
He's going to try to. He's going to try to command a high price.
Well, I think Miami still has to pay him, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, either way,
it depends on what he's picked up at. I mean, if he clears waivers, I believe, number one, and then whatever they may have to pay the difference between what a team pays him and what their contract is at, those kind of things.
I mean, it's a similar situation with like Russell Wilson, right? The Steelers paid $1 million, but I think Denver paid $39 million.
Yeah, they paid majority of the
I didn't look it up, Ken, so I'm not 100% sure.
I mean, I'll look it up right now, what his contract was.
Okay. Go ahead, Ralph. I'll cut you off.
You know, to me, I think it's too risky. I think you got to, unless you think you're gonna get the quarterback back here and you're gonna take a Hail Mary to try to get a run in the playoffs, and that's the piece that you need. That would be the only thing I would think. But you're really taking a risk. You know? So but me, my vote would be no.
Yeah, and then I have a text in here as well, and please text us, please call us regarding Debo. And let me make sure I can read the full text here. Okay, hey Kevin, great topic. Let me see. I watched the show Debo and Joe. When he pulled up a text from Coach from years ago, I was done. Laugh out loud. I laughed out loud. I said that was a bitter, immature move. I couldn't believe he's carried that message in his phone for all 3 years as some sort of receipt for his gripe. Let it go, James, let it go. And then the texter said, yes, he said without hesitation that his beef is personal. Y'all know the adage, and I talked about this. There's nothing worse than a woman scorned. Okay, the revision now is there's nothing worse than a Debo scorn. Very good text. Thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. Ken, let's get back to the Tyreek Hill. You're saying no as well?
Well, and just to answer the contract thing here, so I don't have a ton of clarity around how it works and how another team, but it looks like they released him before the 2026 guarantees would kick in, right? So he had roughly $16 million set to take effect in March. He was on a 4-year, $120 million extension. So looks like he played 3 years of that with his total guarantees of 106.5. So it looks like he may just lose out on $16 million. And then another team be able to pick it up. I'm unsure how that works. But where do I stand? I mean, one is health. I mean, he had a dislocated knee. That's a bit. I mean, for someone where your legs
he got tore up pretty good.
Yeah, that's number one. I wonder if any team even touches him until he passes physicals and things like that. Number two, if you're bringing in a new coach and a new regime, you want, in my mind, if I was building a team, I'd want down to earth, like people that are not going to cause an issue outside the locker room. And so, to me, that trust level with someone like Tyreek Hill, it's not really good. So I would move to pass on him.
Keith?
His nickname is the cheetah, right? So
you're supposed to be fast.
You're not getting a cheetah. First of all, you're getting a coyote, but a coyote's fast. Just say it's fast as a cheetah. But no, I don't know. The answer is no. He's 31. He's coming off ACL surgery, knee surgery. You know what I'm saying? And his game is predicated off of speed. So, like I said, you're not getting a cheetah, you're getting a coyote. And this offseason is going to be the most crucial rehab process in his career because he's 31, man. And like I said, his game's predicated on speed. So,
right.
I like you. This might be a red shirt year for him this season.
Yeah.
And then also, man, not even being funny because I love Tyreek Hill. He got some baggage, man. And I'm not even going to elaborate. I'm not going to get into it. It's well documented. You know what I'm talking about. He has some he has some baggage.
You got into Ben's, why not get into his?
Exactly.
Well, I don't advocate, abusing women.
See, I disagree with you.
You know what I mean? And he's been accused by multiple females of abuse, man. It's well documented.
And I'm glad you said accused.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
but I agree with I disagree with you on the baggage, that he has baggage.
Yeah, you don't think so? He's had baggage since college, bro.
I was gonna say, man, he was on video.
Look. This dude got a U-Haul.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to push back.
No.
I was like,
forget the bag.
He has a lot of issues, man. And, I was on his side for one of the issues. But besides that, though,
it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I think we all agree.
You can get a couple dudes in the draft, man. You got some other guys we'll elaborate on later that I would like for the Steelers to pursue. But no, not at all. Not at all.
Cool. We're all on the same page when it comes to that. All right. So let's get this in before we get back to the Steelers from a coaching staff standpoint as well as free agents. Let's talk about this so-called All-Star game that happened on Sunday. First of all, I think it's the easiest sport to have a great All-Star weekend. It's the easiest, okay? Because some people might think golf or baseball, so on and so forth, but I'll just use baseball. Okay, the home run derby is great, and I'm talking about the complete weekend, right? The home run derby is great. The game isn't great, okay? But from a basketball standpoint, skills competition, you have the slam dunk contest. You have the three-pointer, right, competition.
Right.
Okay. And you should be able to run up and down the court and be competitive as well. That's why I think it should be the easiest sport for those things that I mentioned to actually play. And if you want to argue baseball, I might lean over to that side a little bit as well. But personally, I think they should just do away with the All-Star game. I think when it comes to the NFL, I believe the NFL is the only professional league, major league anyway, that has their All-Star game at the end of the year. Why doesn't the NBA do that? Why doesn't Major League Baseball do that? Why doesn't the NHL do that? Now, I think NHL came up with something. What did they come up with?
The NHL Four Nation Face-Off, where they took the top four countries, right, and the players from those countries essentially would play in like a small Olympics, essentially is what it was. But it was the Four Nations Face-Off, where they had Canada, Finland, Sweden, and the USA all competing against each other instead of the All-Star game.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, it was actually a really cool idea. Yeah,
and
I'm gonna tell you, I ain't say nothing yet.
To be honest with you, those other two sports could replicate it. The NBA could replicate it with their international players, right? Major League Baseball is an international sport as well. Really,
World Baseball Classic.
Yeah. Really,
I like that.
The NFL is the only major sport that doesn't have a large presence of international players.
And even something like that they could get creative with, right? Like even something like, break it up into like four, like where you're born.
That's what they kind of
like where you're born. If
I'll
like
talk about it.
Groups up here that are born in the Northeast, hey, you're on one team. People that are born down here and the Southeast, like something like they got to get creative in some fashion because what they're doing is not working.
What could be done to make them want to play?
See, y'all didn't watch the All-Star game. I could tell you or him. Y'all didn't watch the game.
I watched like
so, yes, this one from this past weekend.
Yeah.
It was excellent. It was great.
Okay.
They brought out the competitiveness. Wemby called everybody out, and they got it on. It was 3 American teams and 1 world team.
Yeah.
Yes, and they got it on, man. You seen Kawhi ball out. You seen Kevin Durant ball out. Shout out to Anthony Edwards. He was the MVP. Yeah. Wemby called them guys out. He called them out, and he brought it out of those guys. I'm talking about. You seen pure LeBron, Durant. Yeah, you seen it, man.
But how do you get like an NFL? Like how do you take that, or do you need a player that comes out like Wemby and to say like, guys, this is pathetic.
Yeah.
Like, let's step up. Do you need players that actually stand up and say we need to represent?
Yeah, probably. But, as far as the NBA, though, it's the U.S. versus the world. So, this kind of already like tension, not like bad blood or nothing, but from the Olympics. Like, you want to represent your country. Yeah. You don't want Luka and them from wherever they're from, Slovenia and all that, beating the Americans. No. So that's pride. That's where the pride comes in at.
Mm-hmm. And they do it during the Olympics.
Right. That's how it was during the All-Star weekend. It was like an Olympic type of, it was lit, man. Okay. I liked it, and I hope they keep it. And, shout out to the commissioner for that.
And
that
see, I'm more old school anyway. I liked it when they did
East and West.
Yeah.
I think this is more competitive. Yeah. I think you're going to bring the dogs out of these dudes, especially after what Wemby said. He's like, yo, if you don't want to play hard, I'm going to embarrass you. So you're going to have to play hard, bro. You got to go out that big 7'4" unicorn.
This is the first year out of probably the last 15 years.
Right. And they said this was the highest viewership in NBA All-Star history since 2011.
Okay, so
excellent.
Why can't they do the slam dunk competition?
Yeah, I got some more ideas, man. As far as the slam dunk contest,
the best player should be in the slam dunk competition.
LeBron messed that up, bro. LeBron James messed up the dunk contest. That's just my opinion.
Why?
The best dunkers,
because he told Shomurley he was going to be in it. He never was in it. You're in the layup line doing all these hard dunks. Do that in the dunk contest, bro. As fans, I felt robbed. That's my only knock on LeBron. He's my favorite basketball player. I got on the shoes right now. It's my favorite guy. Yeah. I think that's the only knock on LeBron, in my opinion. He robbed us of the dunk contest, man.
You blame it all on LeBron, huh?
Yeah, because he's doing all the fancy hard dunks in the layup line.
Oh, what you think, Ralph?
Save it for the dunk contest. All the stars got to be in it, man.
I mean, I agree with that, but I agree with that, but I don't know if these guys can dunk anymore. When you got Matt McClune or whatever coming out there dunking, he went in the dunk contest 3 years in a row.
Did you see his dunks? If he would have been in the dunk contest, what he'd have did?
They can dunk.
Yeah.
He's breathtaking. He's breathtaking.
They dunk during the season. They can dunk.
You don't see the creativity; it just ain't there anymore. Did the guy
down.
really fall on a dunk this year?
Yeah, he did. His afro saved him. By the grace of God, Jace Richardson. His afro saved him. He might have had a concussion, man. That would have been disastrous for All-Star Weekend. I'm just happy he's healthy and he got up out of there without no major injury.
Who was it?
Jace Richardson.
Okay.
Jason Richardson's son. He plays for the Orlando Magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, so just let me interrupt real quick.
Okay.
Keith, you mentioned that the All-Star viewership was one of the highest it's been in a while.
Right.
To just to let everybody know. So the highest ever was 1993 game in Salt Lake City, which held the all-time record of 22.91 million viewers on NBC. As of recently, it looked like 2011 was pretty high, but this year, 2026, 8.8 million viewers, average viewers, the highest since 2011, and the recent low, which was 2025, of 4.7 million viewers.
Yeah, nobody seemed interested.
Yeah.
And one more thing I want to touch on, guys. Y'all just tell me what y'all think. So what I think that'll spicing up this All-Star weekend, you got to take a page from the women. When I say women, I'm talking about this unraveled basketball league. They got the girls playing one-on-one, man. I think what's her name? I think Chelsea Gray ended up winning it. She ended up winning $100,000 one-on-one. The best 16 NBA players in a round-robin tournament. The winner gets $50,000, $500,000, or whatever. I think that'll spicing it up, man. That'll help the weekend better. Get rid of the dunk contest and add that. Add the one-on-one competition.
Really? Get rid of the dunk contest?
Yeah, because it's watered down, man. Nobody we just seen every dunk.
To go back to the main question, are you for getting rid of All-Star games?
No, not NBA All-Star games.
Okay,
no.
Ken,
Maybe NFL
yes or
Pro
no?
Bowl.
Yes or no?
NFL, yes. Every other sport, no.
Okay.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yep.
Ralph?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. Definitely the NFL, because the Pro Bowl doesn't mean anything at all anymore.
Right. That's why they got the Pro Bowl games.
Yeah, and it's hard to spice up the Pro Bowl because that sport you can really get hurt in.
You're right.
So, you know, but I mean, I like baseball. I think what you said about the NBA, I think it's making a turnaround.
Right.
You know,
you all don't like flag football for the NFL? Convert it over to flag football?
No, not at all.
No?
Not at all. Not
Okay.
at all. Not
Okay.
at all.
I'd rather see them play real football
Okay.
and compete.
All right.
And actually tackle each other.
I'd rather see you put Debo in the game, let him take out
All
a
right.
quarterback, then everybody will start playing.
Well, I think you put flag football. What do you do with the linemen? I mean, you're taking like positions.
That's why I
the
said
game.
that. No, I
Well,
want everybody
they
to
think they're
play.
athletes anyway.
Yeah, I want everybody to play
Right.
and earn their
They
stripes.
probably want to catch the ball. But as far as when they play the games, and we need to be real quick, fellas, so we could get into the break. Mm-hmm. Would you all like to keep it in the middle of the season, or would you like to move it? Because you three won me over on keeping the All-Star games and getting rid of the NFL Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Right? You won me over with that. However, I still think if they move those games, it'd be more competitive.
Well, in the NBA, that's going to be impossible. You got the finals in June, man. But in Cats is in Jamaica, they're in Cabo,
I don't
they're
buy
in
that.
Church and Caicos. They're not going to want to play Cats.
I don't buy that.
I don't think they're going to honor it. Then what if it's an Olympic year? Then what?
That's where I was going.
You can't push it, you know what I'm saying?
No, Keith, that's where I was going. They do it for the Olympics.
Yeah.
They do it for the Olympics.
But that's only 12 spots, though. What about the other dudes that average 20? They ain't going to get they're not going to get their All-Star honor,
I think it'd be a better game. Matter of fact, they could set it up like the Pro Bowl too, if they really wanted to.
Not a bad idea, but
no. What I mean by that is you have your championship teams play, and the day before you have the All-Star game. That's the way the Pro Bowl used to happen back in the day, and it was good.
You gonna get Cass?
It was good.
Cass is gonna opt out, bro.
No. The championship teams wouldn't play.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you didn't make the championship and you made the All-Star game, you're playing the day before.
I think
the
just
championship game.
still
early,
might opt
like
out.
closer to the middle of the season, you get people that are still like bought in. Their teams are still competing for a spot.
They don't want to get hurt.
Sure.
Okay.
They don't want to play at the end.
Well, the Pro Bowl players back in the day, they played.
Yeah, well,
and that's
a little
what I'm
tricky,
saying.
man. You got to do like Jokic. He won a championship and he was ready to go home the very next day. He's like, I got to get back to my horses.
Well, these guys,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
these guys are pretty much playing year round anyway with the other national competitions and everything else. And a lot of the international players, they go home and play.
They do.
Both in hockey,
they do,
as well as basketball.
They do.
You're gonna have a hard time getting people to stick around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Cass is on their way to Kingston, Jamaica for 2 weeks.
Well, that's where we disagree. I say keep the All-Star games, but move them to the end of the year. So we'll go ahead and take our second break of the day. When we come back, what we'll do, we'll get into the Steelers coaching staff. There's been some updates since the last time we met. We'll also go over the free agents by position, and we'll let you know who are the most important free agents by position. And then we'll talk Pittsburgh Pirates as well. We'll get into Konnor Griffin be on the Pirates opening day roster. So we'll do all of that and more when we return.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with The Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that, each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
Here we go now. Grown and sexy. This a new bop. How do you want it? Coming with that Tupac. Eyeball it. Remote to that true documentary. How I come from a cool spot. BK. They all
All right. We are back. This is Soul Tape on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We are here having fun, talking Pittsburgh sports. We do it every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. My name is Kevin Cameron. Regardless of what you see on the screen with me and Ralph, we switch positions. But you have Keith Flatt as well as Ken Craig. And hey, time flies when you are having fun. And that's exactly what we are doing. So let's get into, and I saw a couple texts come through as well. And I'll make sure I get to any texts that come in also. You could also give us a call if you would like to. The number again is 412-213-8995. Or you could text us 412-218-3888. Also, just a few different announcements that I would like to make. We are going on a cruise, everyone. If you would like to go on a cruise, Pittsburgh's DSEN is having a cruise. And that is November 7th through the 14th, the Eastern Caribbean or Caribbean, whichever way you would like to say it. Again, November 7th through the 14th, and you could go to our website to get all of that information. We would love to have you join us on the cruise. Also, coming up next for those people on the radio side, if you're not on the radio side, if you're on the YouTube side, that's cool. But you can switch over to the radio side after the show and check out what will be playing next, which is the best of soulful music till midnight. I know that you will definitely enjoy it. So check it out, please. All right. So what we would like to talk about is the Steelers coaching staff. Since the last time we met, I believe there's been a few additions or a few confirmations. One you might be very familiar with, but I'll start off with the tight ends coach, Robert Kugler, game management quarterbacks coach, Tim Burbenich, senior offensive assistant, Frank Shinetti Jr. That's the one.
I like that.
A lot of people might be familiar with, have that local.
Right.
Which he, just to
family.
clarify, he's the father?
No, he's the son.
The son of Kurt.
It's about 7 of them. He's the son.
Okay.
And the son of, explain it to everybody, Ken.
He's this Kurt's son?
Yeah, I think he's Kurt's son.
Frank's?
I think he's Kurt's son.
Okay.
Don't get me the line, but I think he's Kurt's son. You can look it up right now.
Let me clarify.
Yeah,
Okay,
that.
well,
Kurt's
we're talking family member of the head coach of the national champions,
Right. Former
in
IUP
Indiana
coach. Yeah, James Madison
University.
And so on. Yes, sir.
I just like everyone to have the full story there.
No doubt.
Okay, so we'll find out exactly what the lineage is there with Frank. How do you pronounce it?
Signetti.
Signetti. Yeah.
Signetti Jr.
Okay, here we go. I got it. Frank
Okay.
Signetti Jr., previously the offensive coordinator at IUP, 2025, and then the University of Pitt from 2020 to 2023, 12 plus years of NFL experience. Not to be confused with his brother, Kurt Signetti.
Okay.
Who is the head coach of Indiana.
Okay, but his dad is still the head coach of Indiana. Correct?
IUP.
Of IUP?
Yes.
So what is the relation with
Him and Kurt. Kurt is his brother. Kurt is the head coach of Indiana.
Okay, I got you.
Yep.
So they're brothers.
Yep, brother.
Cool. All right. The other coach that was added, senior special teams assistant, Darius Swinton II. And I believe all the other ones we covered on previous shows. So the Steelers are fully loaded
One
from
thing, Cam.
a coaching standpoint. Yes.
I just wanted to tell the viewers, man, keep an eye. I got a sleeper coach for us. Keep an eye on Jahari Evans, the O-line assistant coach. He's I think a 4-time Pro Bowler for the Saints.
Okay.
He's going to have those guys right. He's going to have the run game right. The pass blocking, everything's going to be official with him. I'm counting on him, man. He was a pretty good lineman in his day.
He was a stud lineman.
Yeah. I like him a lot, man. And if I was a lineman, I'd probably run through a wall for him. He's a Pro Bowler. He got the accolades. You know what I mean?
Okay, he's the assistant offensive line coach.
I like that a lot. I like that move a lot.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's get into the positions and let's talk about the most important Steeler player in each position. I'm laughing because the very first one that we're going to start off with, and we really don't need to because everyone should agree with it, quarterback. Okay, with the quarterback group, Aaron Rodgers.
Who's the most important one?
Aaron Rodgers.
Is he on our team right now?
Oh, I thought you were talking about
No, free agent. He's a free agent.
Oh, okay.
Should we bring him back? That's what you asking us?
No, what's the most important free agent by position?
Okay. All right.
So that potentially leaving the team is what you mean?
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you.
Out of all the players in that position, who's the most important that we should try to hold on to?
My notes. I got it right here. Okay.
All right. Running backs. Okay. There's only one that's a free agent, right? Kenneth Gainwell, but you could make the argument that he might be number one overall for the team, right? You could make that argument because when it comes to Aaron Rodgers, of course, he's the most important as far as who's been on the roster. But personally, I would prefer Malik Willis, okay? To see what he would be able to provide. But it sounds like Aaron Rodgers will be back. That's what it sounds like. Moving on to wide receivers, quite a number of wide receivers, free agents that played for the Steelers. We have Marquez Valdez-Scantling. We have Scotty Miller. We have Adam Thielen. And we have Calvin Austin III. What you think, Ralph, out of that list?
I'm going to leave it up to you guys. It's out of my league.
Calvin Austin III, I'm going with.
Yeah, I like CA3. I mean, he's had his ups and downs with us. I know that. He's a hard worker. I mean, I've met him. Kev, you've met him. He's just a hard worker, good attitude kind of kid. If you're talking about bringing in Tyreek Hill, well, you got a mini version of him right there. So,
okay. Tight end, there's Donald Parham. A lot of people forget about Donald Parham because he got hurt during practice, and it was a shame because I was actually at that practice as well. It wasn't a play where there was a lot of physical activity. It was basically a non-contact injury that he had. There's a lot of talk from a Jonnu Smith standpoint. Would the Steelers move on from Jonnu Smith? I believe that they will move on from Jonnu Smith.
I think so too. They didn't utilize him the right way any time.
No, I mean they were not going from a absolute stud. He has been a all-pro tight end to just what we saw last year.
Yeah, to getting pitches on 3rd and 1. Come on, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know.
Hey,
I have no idea.
I just want to say
happened.
one thing about that. What I didn't understand was, okay, you're bringing Jonnu Smith, right? He's coming off of a season in Miami where he had 88 catches, over 800 plus yards, 9-10 touchdowns, whatever. Why didn't our coordinator go back and watch the Miami film and see how Mike McDaniel schemed him open and take the blueprint?
Just makes no sense.
Giving him pitches, bro. He's a tight end. You're throwing him tight end screens, man. Like, seriously, come on, man.
And it felt like him and, I mean, obviously.
We don't deserve to have him because we didn't know how to use him.
We both know that him and Rodgers did not have a connection. But if you're only targeting someone like him 1-2 times a game.
Right, he can't get into no rhythm. You got to get him into a rhythm.
On a different note, talking about someone who was underutilized, Roman Wilson, right?
Yeah, I think he was in a Tomlin doghouse, bro, unfortunately.
Not only Tomlin, I believe Aaron Rodgers too.
Yeah, he never was. He's known to not like rookie receivers, bro.
No, I think if you're a rookie receiver,
you in trouble with him.
No. I think if you can ball, you'll be fine. Roman Wilson wasn't balling, and I don't believe that.
Up to Aaron Rodgers standards.
I don't believe that he understood the offense like he should have understood the offense. That's why he
would have been playing.
That's why he was inactive the last few games of the year, and they went with the more experienced wide receivers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. So from a tight end standpoint, Donald Parham is the only one that is officially a free agent. Offensive line, interior offensive line. There's some rumbling. Let me tell you who the two free agents are. Is Isaac Samulu.
I like him.
And Max Sharping. Isaac is too injury prone for me.
This year he was.
Yeah, he was a little beat up.
I think the last couple years.
2 years.
I think the last couple
when
years.
he out there, though, he grayed out pretty good, according to Pro Football Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put him down. Yeah, he was considered the best offensive lineman on the Steelers team, I believe. But if you only play 6 games,
exactly,
versus you got other players out there, and he played more than 6 games.
Yeah, I thought Mason McCormick was better than him, but in Isaac Samalu's small body of work, he might have been slightly better.
He played more than 6 games. But my point is, he missed a lot of practice and a lot of game time as well. I can't remember how many games officially on record that he didn't play, but I think he's still the most important. However, there's some rumblings out there, fellas, that a former Steeler might be considered as well, James Daniels. Okay,
I like Daniels. He was another one. He got hurt, man. He got hurt.
So he was released.
Dude is strong as an ox.
Do you know who he was playing for, Ken?
Did he go to New England?
Miami. I think he's playing with the Dolphins.
Was he?
Yeah, I want to say Miami as
he's
well.
He's part of that clean house regime down there. They down there kicking everybody off the club.
Okay, defensive line, not too many. Dean Lowry is the only one that is out there as a free agent.
See you, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Dolphins.
It was the Dolphins?
Yep.
Okay, got you. All right. Edge, outside linebackers. There's really no one to talk about here as well. Inside linebacker, what is interesting. Cole Holcomb, who fought his way back from injury, a pretty harsh injury, and he's a free agent as well. I think the biggest group, go ahead.
I got something. I got a rumorville for you, man.
Okay.
So first of all, on NFL.com, and shout out to them, they do a great job, man. Good information source, man. But they have Patrick Queen as a cut candidate. And also, I'm hearing that the Steelers may be bringing back Elandon Roberts.
Good point. I heard that as well.
Yes, that boy he's a run-stuffing demon. We need him.
We should have
like they already vouched for him. We shouldn't have. We should have never let him go, bro. Yeah, I like him. He's a cold-blooded thumper.
I liked him as well.
That boy's a thumper, man.
Yeah, I would like to hold on to Patrick Queen as well. So
we need to get Patrick. I mean, I'm a fan of his speed in the middle. He can tackle sometimes, and he
don't shed blocks.
I think he's unappreciated a lot.
I think he's better as Robin than Batman. Like when he was with Roquan Smith, monster. Yeah. He got to play along somebody. Like you know what I mean?
Consider this.
He can't be the alpha.
Well, consider this. There's talk that maybe if you take the green dot away from him,
there it is.
That's what
he'll be able to play even better.
I think he can play more freely, bro. Get that to Peyton Wilson or Cole.
So the green dot, for those that might not know, that's the person that receives all the defensive plays and make sure the defense is in the right position.
And some players just aren't some players can do that where they're telling everyone else where to go. They're the quarterback of the defense. And some players lose their edge.
Right. They don't excel in that role.
Yep. Exactly.
Right. You just got to let them play. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, right. That don't mean you still can't play. You're not good at giving directions and stuff.
Yeah, and that's all right.
All right. Also, a free agent, Isaiah Loudermilk, is ready as well.
See you, bro.
You say see you?
Yeah, see you.
Okay. I think this is probably one of the biggest groups. Matter of fact, it is safety. Okay. Quite a few free agents.
See, I like
Kyle Duggar.
I like him.
Okay. Miles Killebrew.
He was
Chuck Clark. And Jabril Pepper. So out of the four, who's the most important out of the four?
Okay. Who's the most important?
Yeah.
See, I like Kyle Duggar. I like how he stepped in. Was he a all-out baller? No.
You know, he got benched at the end of the year, right?
I know he got benched. Okay. Absolutely. All right. That's what I'm saying. But he stepped in. I don't think he's a starter caliber. I think that he could play alongside someone, maybe step into that number 2 role, like where Chuck Clark is right now.
Yeah, he got to go.
Yeah, Chuck Clark's got to go.
Yeah, he is stiffer than a statue.
Jabril Peppers. I like him on special teams, but
I want him back.
All.
I think he's actually the most versatile. But go ahead, I'll tell you.
No, I like him. I just didn't see him much in our defense.
Yeah, they didn't use him after the New England game.
I thought if you put him at a nickel or in that dime package, something like that, he might work.
I'm on. You in the type time I'm on. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So who's the most important?
He said Duggar. I'm going with Jabril Peppers.
He said he liked Duggar.
Okay.
But do you like him as the most important?
In my mind right now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, out of that group.
I'm going with Jabril Peppers. I think you could play him at...
Really?
Yes, because I think he's versatile. I think you could play him at free safety, strong safety, slot corner, nickel corner. He can return kicks. He can return punts. Yeah. He could be a gunner. He's versatile. Like, we used him that way. They just didn't give him a lot of defensive snaps after the New England game. Like, dude is tough, man. He's tough.
Yeah, I think Jabril Peppers is gone. I think he's gone. My most important in this group, and he actually got hurt, is Miles Killebrew. Okay.
Special teams captain.
Because of his special teams talents, his skills. You got to remember as well, someone else that got hurt is Deshaun Elliott. So when you have Deshaun Elliott coming back, I think the Steelers will be in good position. The Steelers still need to decide on what they're going to do with Jalen Ramsey. I think Jalen Ramsey has a cap hit, something like 19 plus $19+ million this year. And I'm not sure if the Steelers will want to pay that for this coming season. They could work something out. I mentioned also the Steelers have a lot of cap room also.
He got to take a pay cut, Kev.
You think he needs to
I think he needs to come back. He's a Swiss Army knife, and I think every football team needs somebody crazy. He's crazy. You need that, man. You need that. Oh, man, that's Joey Porter.
Will he take a pay cut?
I hope he do.
To play for the Steelers, or will he take a pay cut to go play for the Rams again?
He should come back here. He was a Pro Bowler here this past season, man. Swiss Army knife.
He was a Super Bowl winner with the Rams.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So I mean, I think he's not in a position where he has to come back. I think
hope he do, man.
I think he'll have some options out there.
I like him a lot. Swiss Army knife.
Cornerback. The only cornerback that's listed here is Trey Flowers, but I think
he was a late addition.
Cornerback.
Well, what about James Pierre and Asante Samuel?
Are they also
free agents?
Free agents. Yeah. Okay. This might be.
I'll bring them both.
Let me clarify.
Right, well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I was waiting to talk about them because. James Pierre especially stepped up last year. He had a pretty good year.
He did.
Yeah. I thought Samuel was solid, man. Then he came off that almost life-threatening neck injury.
He had I think the last game he looked a little rough, but I mean, other than that, Asante Samuel did pretty good.
Yeah, he was all right, man. Yeah. He was solid for us. I liked him.
So if James Pierre is a free agent, and I'm checking my information, he would definitely be the number one guy for me. On the list that I have here, I'm not sure why he's not listed. Is he like a restricted free agent?
No, and what I'm looking at right here, he's unrestricted. But
okay. Well, James Pierre would definitely be the guy. From a cornerback standpoint, I thought he had a heck of a season.
Yes, definitely.
And there's also, can't think of his name right now. We brought him in late as well, former number 1 draft pick.
What position?
Cornerback. Asante
Samuel Jr. Yeah.
That's who
we was talking about. Yeah, we got to bring him back, bro.
I think so as well.
Yeah.
I think so as well.
Yeah, dude is nice.
Yeah. So that's what's going on from a free agency standpoint. Did I miss anyone?
No, I just want to touch on one more thing real quick about the free agency. Just keep an eye on this, y'all. This for y'all and the viewers, man. I'm hearing that the Steelers probably are not going to re-sign Kenneth Gainwell. They're going to try to get Rico Dowdle, who is a Mike McCarthy favorite. I'm hearing we're trying to get him.
Did he play for Carolina?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And McCarthy loves that guy. And
he did so much work in Dallas under McCarthy.
He did. Keep an eye on Romeo Doubs too, man. Good number 2 receiver for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers likes him. Mike McCarthy likes him. Stay tuned, man. Just pay attention. Steeler Nation, we could use them guys.
All right, let's get this in, everyone, before our next break as well. Let's talk Pittsburgh Pirates. Everyone should know that the Pittsburgh Pirates are in spring training. The whole team is there now. I believe their first game, their first spring season or spring training game is this Saturday. The main guy that is getting a lot of talk is Konnor Griffin. And the question is, will he be on the Pirates opening day roster, or should he be on? He's 19 years old, fellas.
Yeah.
Should he be on the Pirates opening day roster?
You want to go first? You want me to go?
I want to hear from
I don't
our
think
boy.
that's not their way, right? I mean, to bring somebody up that early to get almost the clock started.
No, it's not their way.
To get the clock started.
No, it's not their way.
I don't think they're going to do that, no.
But should they?
I probably say no. I still, even at that, I think it's too soon.
Okay. Baseball America Minor League Player of the Year. First Altoona Curve player ever to receive it. Recognized as Major League Baseball Pipeline's #1 overall prospect entering 2026. Multiple awards, including the MILB Gold Glove and prospect honors. Mm-hmm. Is this guy like the Paul Skeens of the infield?
What I would do, Kev, I mean, I checked him out, man. He got good numbers in AA and single A. Batting .333, 21 home runs, 94 RBIs, 60 fast steals, and 122 minor league games for Bradenton, Altoona, and Greensboro. So what I would do is I wouldn't bring him up for the opening day. I would give him like a month, see if he still kill him, see if he still dominating in single and AA, and I would bring him up probably a month after the season goes. A part of me, though, I don't really want him up here yet because they're going to make him play third base with my guy Nick Gonzalez, who I'm still waiting to develop.
Are you sure?
That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
I'm hearing they might compete for that third base spot. And I just want Nick to develop. I don't want nobody to compete with him. That's just the bias in me.
You want who? Well, I think they have them slated for shortstop.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's good. Yeah. They both could be on the field together then.
Yeah. However, since you mentioned third base, there's a lot of rumors flying around as well that the Pirates are in a market for a third baseman.
Yeah. And I thought we signed somebody. Or was that an outfielder? The guy we got from Atlanta, was he a third baseman?
I thought he was a DH, no?
He was a DH.
Okay, my bad. I thought he was third baseman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all the talk and all the hype about Konnor Griffin is a lot of fun, right? I think it would benefit the Pirates in multiple ways to bring him up for a month to start the season, right? I think fanfare.
I knew you was going to say that.
Right? No, I'm being serious. Like, they need all the help they can get.
Ticket sales,
You know, like you're bringing in all these new players. Let's bring up the hype of Konnor Griffin right now. You know, he's been just shining at shortstop in AAA. So, or what is he? AA?
AA, played AA and single A. Yeah, it's been a combination of both.
AAA. So,
right.
I mean, what do you lose by bringing him up?
Well, as Ralph indicated, in baseball, you have to watch games earned.
Right.
As far as when you bring players up.
Similar to NHL.
There's a system where it counts towards your record of play,
right,
and you can start different things earlier.
Right.
So, yeah, it matters from that standpoint.
Right. So similar to NHL, you have like 9 games, right? Once you hit that 9-game mark, then that accrues a season. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. If he's good, play him. You know what I mean? If this is the year that you're trying to build, and especially if he's a power bat, you know, and especially if he's a all-around great player, unless you truly believe that it's going to hinder his future. If you truly believe it's going to hinder his future, then okay, I get it.
Yeah. Okay, so you say...
I say wait a month. I say let him plan the matters for a month. Yeah, basically no
opening day.
Not opening day.
Yeah, I'm on his side.
Okay.
I think if you give him a little bit and see what he does at the beginning of the year.
Okay. And Ralph?
I still say no.
Keith,
okay. I think you said earlier they had acquired that Marcel Acuna from Atlanta. That's a bat.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Kev, you're right. There's a couple of a third baseman that they're looking at.
Right. Okay, great. So yeah, I agree with all of you. Okay. I would wait. And the thing about it too, those things that he's doing below the major leagues, once he gets to the major leagues, it's a whole different ball game.
It is. It definitely is.
With these pitchers. So I wouldn't rush him.
I was going to say that too. Like, you think he can hit Shohei Ohtani and Steven Strasburg and those guys? You think he can hit them yet?
Yes.
Well, the difference is he'll be facing those type of pitchers on an ongoing
on a regular basis.
At least
won't be going against no average Joe. Need to play for Toledo.
The first three pitchers
Kansas and all
in
that.
a rotation. Yeah. And that's tough. All right. So other Pirate news: designated for assignment, outfielder Jack Sawinski was designated for assignment as the club clears a roster spot for recently signed Marcell Ozuna that you mentioned, Ralph. Ozuna signed a 1-year deal, I believe, and he'll be playing or he'll be the DH. Other things going on from a Pittsburgh Pirates standpoint, a lot of people aren't talking about this. This is kind of a sneaky move. Andrew McCutchen is not in camp. Okay, so the Pirates didn't re-sign him.
It's over for Kutch. Love you, Kutch. It's over, bro.
Did they do him dirty, or
they did him dirty? If you ask me,
I kind of think so too.
For him to come back and he didn't really get like his farewell tour.
Yeah, keep his raffle spot for him, man.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
That's what I thought they were gonna do like a
tribute.
But then just to not re-sign him.
Yeah, man, he was supposed to still have a spot on the roster.
I thought he was good enough to have a spot.
Yeah, it's giving some DMPs.
Yeah. All right. We talked about international play as well, just to make sure everyone realizes the Rural Baseball Classic will happen March 5th through the 17th, and 14 Pirate players will play in that as well, including
that's dope, man.
Including Paul Skeens and O'Neal Cruz.
Ooh, I like
those. Those are just 2 of the 14 for the Pirates that will play. All right, so we have to come up, or I should say we are coming up on break, and let me see what else we need to talk about today. When we get back, we will talk Olympics. The U.S. women hockey will be playing for the gold. We'll talk about the men's hockey team as well. We'll talk golf. We'll talk NCAA basketball. We'll give you a preview of Pitt versus Notre Dame. And we also have an award to give out too. There's a certain reason we have Mr. Ralph McCormick.
Ken, you got the standings this week from the final results? You got them this week?
No, they're
you find
gone.
them?
I did find them.
They actually did. They're gone from my dashboard.
I brought them with me just in case.
Good, okay. Good, thank you.
All right.
I have no clue where they went on my dashboard.
So, yeah, we'll do all that and more when we get back.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN. All the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with The Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
I need 30 girls on stage with me. I ain't playing. I don't care where we at. If you can make it over here, come on. I need 30, 40 girls on stage. And you don't stop. Check it out. And you don't stop. Check it.
Just a little bit of LL Cool J for today. I couldn't play the rest of it because I'm not sure what he was. he was about to say something. Yeah. I just didn't want to play. All right, we're back, everyone. This is Soul Tape on Pittsburgh's DSEN. We do this every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. If you don't have an opportunity to catch us live, catch the recording and send us a text. And you can respond to any of the subjects that we're talking about, any of the questions that we have. The question of the day is, should the Steelers consider acquiring wide receiver Tyreek Hill? Everybody here said no. Not only did we say no, Keith said he had baggage. I said no, he has a U-Haul. So that's how enthused or that's how strongly I guess I should say that we feel that he should not be a Pittsburgh Steelers. But let's get right to the Olympics. As far as an update, I understand that the U.S. women hockey will play for the gold, and I want to say that game is on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Is that Thursday, Ken?
Which game?
The women's game, the gold medal game.
Let me pull up the exact time. I am not positive.
Okay, and a few other updates while Ken is bringing that up. Elena Myers-Taylor won gold in the women's monoball, making history as the oldest American woman to win a Winter Olympic gold, and one of the most decorated female bobsledders ever for Team USA.
And just, yes, I wanted to make sure I knew what time.
Okay.
So February 19th, which is going to be Thursday. The time is at 1:10 p.m.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Midday.
And that,
right.
That's
against Canada?
Against Canada. That's
okay.
The gold medal. The bronze medal event will be at 8:40 a.m. Same day on Thursday. And
but we don't care about anything else.
That's Switzerland and Sweden, you know?
The U.S. has accumulated around 20 plus medals so far in the Olympics across multiple sports. The U.S. women's figure skating team is competing strong with athletes like Alyssa Liu, Amber Glenn, and Isabel Levito. Okay, let me see what else is going on. The U.S. speed skating team took silver.
Yay.
Yeah.
We don't talk about silvers.
Hey, shout out to Lindsey Vaughn, man. She's back in the U.S. She's home after that injury scare.
Did she have surgery?
She said
already?
She can't walk right now, but the good thing is she's home and she's getting a proper treatment. And we all wish her a good, well recovery.
Definitely.
She's had multiple surgeries.
Yeah.
I think needed multiple surgeries.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to golf. I'm not sure if you all had an opportunity to watch any of the golf this past weekend. It was actually the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. I watched it a couple of days, and it was pretty good. Those guys, minus 23, minus 19. I mean, come on. That's crazy.
With that wind, with 30-mile-an-hour winds on some of them days.
Right.
You know.
So Colin Morikawa won it. Scheffler, the number one golfer in the world, tried to come back. He made a strong push. I think he ended up being, was it minus 20 or 21? I want to say minus 20.
That's what I think.
Minus 20. Let me see what else is going on.
Isn't it nice to have the PGA Tour, though, back?
It is.
Those guys playing. It's nice to see those, not like live. It's nice to see the PGA courses we know, players we know, the announcers we know. They just do a fantastic job with what they do with the tour.
Definitely, I agree. Also, this week is the Genesis Invitational. Okay, so the field will include Rory McIlroy, paired with Tommy Fleetwood, Scotty Scheffler, with Xander Schauffele. So that's this week. Also, Tiger Woods made some news. Did you hear about that, Ralph?
I did. I heard that. Yeah.
Share it with everybody.
Well, he said he's going to try. He's not ruling out the Masters. He said it's not his Achilles. I think he tore his Achilles. He said it's not that, but it's his back surgery. He said it's his back that having that disc replacement is what's holding him back. So he's going to wait and we'll see what happens here. But having had back surgery, I don't know how he's doing what he's doing. And you combine that with all the other injuries, the car accident.
You're right.
You're going to get out there and try to, especially swinging a club, how they swing a club.
Right. Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but I think he's pushing it to try to come back for the Masters.
Yeah.
It's only like a month away, right? Or to April, right?
It's April, first week of April, I believe. So, yeah. We'll see what happens. Also, Tiger Woods news. I guess he's weighing the offer to be the captain for the 2027 U.S. Ryder Cup team. So no decision yet, but that's something that is being talked about. Anthony Kim, you know Anthony Kim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
On Live, yep.
Live Golf that we don't talk about a whole lot.
Right, yep.
The only reason I'm bringing it up now, because he could actually qualify for the majors under the new qualification rules.
But good for him. That was a great comeback story. His story.
What was the story?
Right, because he came back he hasn't won in 18 years, right? He had took some time off for rehab issues, to go in rehab for drug issues or alcohol issues. So this is a great comeback story for him.
Okay. I always like to see people overcome, the different issues that they have.
Even an announcer and I was shocked that this announcer on the PGA Tour congratulated him because, their fans and everybody was rooting for him to come back. And that's a great, great story for him.
Okay,
good
cool.
for him. I didn't know that about him.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so what else do we have going on? So we talked golf. Let's move on to basketball. The top 5 NCAA basketball teams now.
Yeah, I love this topic.
All right, both on the men's side as well as the women's side. Where you want to start, Keith?
Today, there's a good game, Greg. Come on. You got Michigan and Purdue. And Saturday.
On the men's side?
Yes, the men's. I'm going to talk about the men's and the women's. I got you, man. Like I said, you got Michigan, Purdue today. And then the game of the week, Saturday. You got number 1 Michigan versus number 3 Duke, 6:30 ESPN Saturday. Now you got Duke.
Now number 3, say it again.
Number 3 Duke is number 3 and Michigan is number 1.
Right.
Michigan, 20 double-digit wins this season, first in Division I. Duke, 29 straight home wins, tied for first in Division I, man. You got it for Duke. You got to keep an eye on shooting guard Isaiah Evans. He's a slashing scorer, 14 points a game, 35% three-point shooter. This guy can be explosive. For Michigan, I'm keeping an eye on sophomore Morez Johnson, 6'9", 250. He's a bruiser, physical presence in the paint, and he'll probably be matched up against Cam Boozer. He's Johnson's averaging 13 points and 7 rebounds a game. Like I said, he'll be the main guy watching Cam Boozer, and this should be a showdown. Get your popcorn ready.
Sounds like it. So who do you like in that game?
I'm going to take Duke because they're home. You don't get no calls on Coach K's court unless you're bleeding.
Yeah.
You hear me? You don't get no calls, bro.
I just saw Duke against Pitt, and they had to win defensively.
Yeah, that was a joke.
They were off, and I think it was Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I watched that game, man. I thought she was up there. I thought I seen you up there.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
But I'm going with Michigan in that game. I think Michigan will get it done. So the top 5 teams, according to the AP Top 25 in the men's college basketball poll, is Michigan 1, Houston 2, Duke 3, Arizona 4, and Connecticut 5. Who do you think has the best conference?
The best conference right now, I'm going to say the Big 12, bro. Mm-hmm. The Big 12. And that's what I'm saying. You got the triple hitter Saturday. You got Arizona versus Houston, BYU, Iowa State, and you got Duke and Michigan.
Right.
So, yeah, two of them games are Big 12 games.
Yeah, and then you have Iowa State, who just had a big win.
Right, over Houston last night. I watched that game.
Last night. And you have Kansas as well in the in the Big 12. So
and you got Texas Tech there in 13th.
Yes. How about these freshmen, y'all? Which I think of all these freshmen.
And Virginia's a sleeper too, even though they're at 14.
One thing about Virginia, they always play defense. You're not even getting on the floor in Charlottesville if you don't play defense. You're not getting on the floor, bro.
I hear
they
you.
Recruit defensive players first. You got to play defense down there, bro.
You're right.
That's the blueprint down Charlottesville.
What do you think, before we move on to the women, what do you think about this guy out of Kansas?
Darren Peterson?
Yeah.
You know, me and Chaz had the show about Darren Peterson. I think he's an all-world talent, but the thing is, can he stay on the floor? Knee injury, groin injury, you got the flu, stomach virus, back injury. It's always something.
Always
like
something.
AJ DeBasta, he playing every game, and they're arguing about who should be the first pick out of Peterson, DeBasta, and Boozer. I'm taking AJ DeBasta, man. Like, he's healthy, and I know he's going to play. And that's no knock against Darren Peterson, and I think Cam Boozer's probably the most pro-ready. But
and it's supposed to be a loaded class, right?
Yeah, it's loaded. A lot of freshmen,
loaded
man.
Class,
a lot of freshmen loaded, man. Yeah, you got a lot of dudes.
All right, let's move on to the women's side. The top 5 teams, according to the top 25, we have AP top 25, UConn, 27-0, unanimous number 1. UCLA, 25-1, and there's something about the women's I want to talk about as well.
I love it.
South Carolina, 25-2, which is number 3. Number 4, Texas, 24-3, and number 5, Vanderbilt, 24-3. I'm going to talk about Michigan too, since their men's team is
Michigan
number 1.
girls?
Yeah, Michigan is number 6.
Yeah,
on the women's side,
they're pretty good
as well. Okay,
they got a girl named Swords. She's like a female Steve Kerr, man. Carry on, though.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. So USC, I don't see them on the list here, and I'll have to see how they're doing. But the reason I wanted to bring up USC is Love and Basketball. If you watch that movie, Love and Basketball, because Nathan, what's the name? I can't pronounce her name right now.
Sanaya Lathan.
Sanaya Lathan.
She reminds you of Juju Watkins.
Well, Juju wanted her at the game.
Yeah.
And she showed up.
Okay.
She showed up at it. So that was the big deal for a USC basketball game. So that was good to see.
Yeah, unfortunately, Juju's out right now, man. We pray she get a speedy recovery and she'll be back.
Yep.
But in girls, though, Kev, the main question, y'all can chime in, man. Who can stop UConn? Who could beat the UConn girls, bro? You got AZ Fudd back. She was the most outstanding player last year. 17 points a game this season. She's shooting what? 46% from three-point range. They got the dynamic duo, her and Sarah Strong.
Yeah.
Sarah Strong was the number 1 high school player 2 years ago.
She's all that.
And she got a three-point shot. She got a three-point shot now, Kev. It's over.
I love to see her play.
39% from three-point range. She didn't have that last year. She was just like a Horace Grant last year. Now she got a 3. It's going to be difficult to beat them girls, man. And they got a bunch of other females on that team. They are loaded.
And Keith, they're winning in dominant fashion. They like what you said about Michigan. They got a bunch of wins, about 20 points. They're not just winning, they're winning in dominant fashion.
I'm telling you, man. I ain't see AZ Fudd is basically the female Ray Allen. Oh man, she is her. She is her. Yes. So, you know what I mean? Don't sleep Texas neither, though, man. They got Madison Booker, the best small forward.
Yeah, she's another good one.
She's one. And LSU, too, man. My girl Flauja and them.
Exactly.
Yeah, the females, I'm telling you.
I don't really care for their coach, though.
Kim Mulkey?
Yeah.
I like her.
I really don't care.
I like her because I remember as a player, I like her.
Yeah. I know she's a heck of a coach. She's one of, it's just something about her.
Yeah, you paying attention to the outfits, man.
Not at all. No,
she got that morning girl swag.
I think it's more of a lot of the comments some of her former players made about her.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
But all she do is win. Like Tomlin. All that lady do is win, man.
She wins for sure.
And she get the top recruits down there and they play hard for her.
Yep.
So shout out to Kim Mulkey and LSU, man.
All right, so the top 5 teams, you agree? Because March Madness is coming up, so people need to be prepared.
I can't wait. South Carolina too, man. They got the big 6'6" girl in the middle.
March Madness, we're gonna have a contest as well for March Madness, and there's a certain guy that we just can't have win anymore.
Oh no, I'm planning on winning that.
What are you gonna do? Ban him from the pool?
We're gonna win that.
We're gonna beat that guy. We're gonna beat that guy.
That's my thing, March Madness, boy. I'm tweaking. I can't wait, man.
All right, let's go back to golf because we talked about the PGA and I wanted to talk about the LPGA as well. And this particular player, I really enjoy watching, Nelly Korda, the world number 2.
She is good.
Yeah, is really good. And she was the season open winner at the Hilton Grand Vacation Tournament of Champions, and skipped parts of the Asian swing as well. So she dealing with some obligations, some health issues, and some other things as well. Another good player that I like to see play as well is Charlie Hall. She's really good, and she actually won on the ladies European tour, and she's actually, I believe, number 3 in the world right now, if I'm not mistaken. And invitations are confirmed for the 2026 HSBC Women's World Championship as well. I know they have a tournament coming up this week as well. I'm going to make sure I have the right tournament. And yes, it's the Honda LPGA Thailand tour is coming up this week. So yeah,
did you watch
check out the LPGA.
Did you watch the tournament where she won down there in Florida?
I did not.
It was 30-some degrees when they were playing.
That's
they had
crazy.
gloves on. And
That's
wow,
crazy.
I didn't know you could golf in that type of weather.
They were, and it was a pro-am, so they had a lot of the former pro baseball players were playing in it.
Oh yeah,
a lot of celebrities. Yeah, but it was freezing, and they were all bundled up trying to get their round in.
So I want to ask y'all something. Y'all big golf fans. I just want one question.
Go with it. Go with it.
What's the difference between regular LPGA and the Live League? Like, what's the difference? Like, what is the Live League? Like, could y'all just break it down to me? Because I'm still learning golf.
Yeah, so PGA is the men's league.
Okay.
The LPGA is for the women.
Okay.
Ladies Professional Golf Association.
I get
the
it.
Live is international. That's with the Saudis. Okay, and it's funded by the Saudis.
So that's their golf league.
So they tried to come in and compete against the PGA, and basically gave some of the or offered these really large contracts, all guaranteed contracts, to a bunch of big names to pull them away.
A lot of American golfers,
right? Because the PGA every round, or I'm sorry, every tournament, you're competing for a purse. Right, that purse is the winnings.
Right. Yeah.
So
70,000.
So you're not guaranteed, right? If you miss the cut after 2 days of golfing and you're too low, right, and you miss the cut, you may not win any money that weekend. But Liv is saying, hey, we're going to change the rules a little bit. We're going to go down to three-day tournaments instead of 4-day. You can play in shorts. We're going to have music. We're going to be, like all these,
and they have bad ratings.
Yeah, but we're also you're going to get $100 million contract. You're going to get a $90 million a year contract.
Oh, they got that bag.
Yeah. So, but it was all funded by the Saudis, and a few things came out that if they did win a tournament, like they didn't actually get the winnings, they was taken away from their like there's all kind of weird stuff that started to come out after. But the PGA also said, well, hey, and Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong here, but there were certain stipulations on, well, if you left the PGA, like coming back to the PGA, there were some stipulations around it. There was there was tournaments you couldn't play in. There's tournaments you could play in. And so they're working through that kind of right now. And a couple of players have switched back over and have gone back to the PGA.
It's a breakaway league.
Okay.
It's funded by that big money, but they're not making any money. They're losing money like crazy.
Okay.
So is it going to last for the next few years? But it's just like what they did to NFL. When the WWE came in and tried to make a breakaway league.
Yep.
The same thing for the PGA. only it's backed by the Saudis and all of that. So
boxing's doing that right now. It's these big Saudi Arabia promotion guys, and they've been having big fights. It kind of sounds like the same scenario, just on the golfing level.
Right.
Like they trying to get their money. They're trying to get their piece of the pie. Yeah, and get.
Well, the Saudis are a player now. They're doing it with the MMA. You see all the big events.
Say that.
All these
It's right. Over in Abu Dhabi and all that.
Yeah, everything's going over there.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's the deal.
Okay, I get it.
Okay, all right. So
Thanks, guys.
let's
Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
Yep.
We have 2 more topics to hit up before we close everything out real quick. Since we've been talking basketball before we got into the LPGA as well, we talked about the top teams in college basketball. Now let's talk about some bottom feeders, and I hate to say it this way, but the men's Pitt basketball team is one of the bottom feeders. They play Notre Dame this weekend at 2 p.m. here in Pittsburgh at the Pitt. And Pitt comes into this game 9-17 overall and 2-11 in the ACC. Notre Dame comes in. They're not doing well either. What is their record? They are 12-14 overall, 3-10 in the ACC. Pitt, I jotted down two things for Pitt as far as the way they're playing, if you ask me. They're taking way too many three-pointers, okay, but their shooting overall is bad. And I think they play bad defense as well. Now, they might be averaging somewhere around 70 points per game. I guess that's hard to believe, but it is what it is. I don't think they're a good shooting team. Notre Dame is averaging around 74 points per game. Record-wise, they're pretty much the same, I think, from a conference standpoint. But overall, Notre Dame has a better record. I think this is a game that Pitt could win. They had some key injuries along the way as well that hurt Pitt. So yeah, the game is 2 p.m. Keith, I know you mentioned that you saw the game against Duke. Yeah. We're Duke. Hey, Duke.
I mean, that's
really
Duke.
good
That's
team.
Duke. I you know what? I kind of give Pitt the benefit of the doubt, but I got some gripe with Capel, and here's why. Here's what I'm talking about. Okay. So I give Capel the benefit of the doubt for this reason. So coming into this season, you had two key pieces that are not on the team right now. Right. You had a guy that was a transfer from Iowa State, 6'11", 275 pounds, Deshaun, what's his name? Deshaun Jackson. Yes. Big guy in the middle. He was going to be a load. Yes. He had some type of health issue. He's done for the year. Right. Then you had 4-star recruit, Papa Conte, 6'10", 230 pounds. He's another guy that was supposed to contribute big time, and they're not there, and I think they would have helped. And that's why Cam Corrin plays center, because if Deshaun Jackson was there, he goes to his natural power forward position. So he's basically playing out of position. Yes. You know what I mean? Yes. So I kind of give Capel the benefit of the doubt. But
and they lost their guard.
Yeah, Cummings. Yeah, he's hurt. He's been hurt.
From Midland.
Cummings. Yeah. B-Bay Cummings. Brandon Cummings, Brandon. Yeah. He's hurt now. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
However, coming into the year, out of 18 teams in the ACC, they were still expected to finish 17th. Yeah. So it was still expected to be a bad year for Pitt.
I'll tell you where Pitt messed up at, man. This goes back, and I tell the people this all the time. I'm glad I'm on the radio. Thanks for providing a platform so I can say this.
As you talk, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab this award for our award winner.
Yeah, so, we got to give him his flowers.
Yeah, tell everybody.
You can give
everybody the scoop.
Off camera.
Okay, so this is the thing, man. As far as, what was that? Talking about Pitt? Pitt basketball? Yeah, so I miss the days where Pitt messed up at, man. They were supposed to keep Barry Roerson and Brandon Knight. You know why? You had that New York City, New Jersey pipeline. We used to get dogs, bro. And I'm not saying Capel don't get no dogs, because he's got guys to the league, Bub Carrington, and so on. But when we was getting Wanamaker, Carl Krauser, Brandon Knight, Jerron Brown, we was getting ballers, man. DeJuan Blair, Chris Taff, I can keep naming. I think we lost that recruiting. Yes, sir.
Big time
We lost big time. We lost that recruiting edge with Barry Roerson and Brandon Knight, man. You let Brandon Knight go to New Jersey, you know what he go do? Go get Dylan Harper and Ace. He go get Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey. Yeah, one's might be rookie of the year for the Spurs.
Does Capel survive?
I'm gonna give him one more year after this. It's over,
supposed
bro.
to have a good recruiting.
That's what I'm saying. If he don't do nothing, we don't get to the tournament next year. He gotta go, bro.
Got you.
He gotta go.
Got you. Ken, what you think? Does he make it?
Does he make it one more year?
Yeah, one more year.
I don't. I hate to say this, but I don't know enough to say that he makes it past this year. Based on this year, I would say there needs to be a change, but after the season.
Yeah, we got a good recruiting class. So
Ralph,
I just want to
what
see that.
you think, Ralph?
I didn't think he was going to make it through the year. It's the first I heard that they got a good recruiting class coming in, so that might be the only thing that saves them. But I didn't think for everything that I was seeing leading up to this, I didn't think he was going to make it through the year.
Yeah, I'll give him one more year, so I think he'll make it. However, we need to ask James Harrison about this.
Real question: if he has a good recruiting class, then has a terrible start to the year or mid start to the year, then what?
Yeah, it's over, bro.
Yeah,
I'm giving you one more year.
Yeah.
Like I said, I gave you the benefit of the doubt.
Let him go. All right, so we're at the tail end of the show, 7:59 here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We'll go a couple minutes over just to make sure we properly provide the award to our award winner, Mr. Ralph McCormick. Congratulations. Not only did Ralph win the regular season NFL Pigskin Pick'em, where we picked the games for 18 weeks. No spread. This is straight up.
Yeah.
So he was here a month ago. He won that one. And he told us once we started to fill out the brackets that he would be back. Didn't you say that?
I think I did. That sounds like something I would say.
It's you throwing on Schwarzenegger, I'll be back.
So this is his award for winning. Now, the regular season, that's 18 weeks, right? So it took a lot more to win that.
Don't downplay this win. Don't downplay this win.
Way to go, Ken. Way to go. I'm not going to downplay it, but I'm just saying there's a big difference, but you know how to close. And you did a good job with closing. So to the winner, Mr. Ralph McCormick from Pittsburgh's DSEN. There you go, sir.
Thank you.
Congrats, bro. Much love, much respect.
You need to thank my wife and kids because I was planning on ordering a crown and a scepter and a cape to wear in here.
Okay.
And they told me to let that go because I didn't feel I was getting my just due the last few weeks. It seems like every time it's time to result the results, they forget the results and where the standings are. So, but I appreciate it. This is a great thing.
How much help did you get from your wife, Tracy?
See, here we go.
How much help?
Here we go.
Is she watching?
Tracy watching.
Okay. I know what happened.
It's weird how they both climbed at the same time, right? They both climbed at the same time.
Yeah, I told Tracy. See, we ran into each other like a week ago, right? At the Kappa's party and everything, and I told Tracy, I said probably what Ralph was doing when she would go to sleep, Ralph would hop on the computer and take a look at her information and cheat off of her.
That's why I don't share the same computer sometimes,
You know what? But to all your listeners out there, all the 50,000 subscribers you have online,
53,000 now. 53,000.
This is a fun event. I don't know how you open it up to everybody, but it is fun to participate in. I hope we do a March Madness. We should figure out a golf thing to do.
Yeah.
But it's great to keep you entertained and involved with the program.
And we need to get more to play.
And I need some competition. I need some good competition.
Well, hey, we're coming. We're coming. Go ahead and open it up and let everyone know what's in the package. We can't keep everybody just waiting. So when you participate with Pittsburgh's DSEN and Soul Tape, you get rewarded.
Oh no, that's
right,
lit, bro.
You just don't play. You get rewarded.
It's all official.
I got a gift card too.
Yeah.
He's taking us to dinner.
Oh yeah. Movie theater, Cheesecake Factory.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Game, bro.
So that's what happens when you participate.
Thank you.
And all joking aside, Ralph got it done.
Hey,
I got to give it to him.
Congratulations. I will say one thing. If you go see Wuthering Heights, don't take your kids and don't go with any family members. That's all I'm gonna say. Just take your lady. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Just don't go with your mom or anything like that because it'll be weird. But
All right.
That's good insight. Good insight. Ken's dropping the knowledge. Movie critic. Huh?
Yeah, it was. I went with the wife over the weekend. For Valentine's Day.
Okay, since you brought it up, what do they do? 5 stars, 10. How do they do that? When you critique movies?
Stars.
Yeah.
Tomatoes.
Cisco and Ebert.
How many stars do they use?
5.
Out of 5.
5 stars.
Yeah.
5 is the best.
Yeah.
So how many stars?
I'd say probably a 4.
A 4.
Yeah, it wasn't. The setup wasn't great. The story was great. Let's say that.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see once we go see it if it'll match up with your 4.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll close out. Keith, 30 seconds.
Lately, man, with the draft coming up, man, check me out on Instagram, K Platt Jr. You catch me out on TikTok at K Platt Jr. I've been doing Platt's 10 favorite NFL prospects for the 2026 draft, man. I got some players, man. Just check it out, man.
Cool.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm up to right now.
You're not going to take it through 21?
I might.
So, the Steelers picked 21. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well, it's some guys on there that I hope the Steelers pick that are some of my favorite players for the draft. Yeah.
Got you.
Now, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in today, tuning into all of our content that we provide throughout the internet sphere. Stay tuned. There's a lot happening with our network, more happening with the show. Check out Keith Platt. He's doing his thing. And then check out our network. Please subscribe. It's a free way to support us in everything we do.
You have a show.
Yeah, we got a little thing.
You need to mention your show. People tap in.
The Pens Weekly Update with myself, Ken Craig, and my partner Scott Crowell. We talk Penguins on a weekly basis. Mm-hmm. We talk all things Pittsburgh Penguins. Whatever's happening on the team. You get
more in depth than what we can talk about here.
I thought it was called Inside the Rink.
No. Okay. And then we also talk about any kind of interviews that we have with the Penguins, locker room interviews, coaching press conferences, hockey analytics, team analytics, things like that.
Cool. All on our YouTube channel, everyone. Check it out. Pittsburgh's DSEN. Ralph.
Hey, 2 things. Just want to congratulate you guys. You've had 2 fantastic weeks. Interview with Lawrence Taylor last week.
I thought you were going to say 3. You're here this week.
I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be humble. Can you?
Okay. All right. Got you.
You don't get that very much.
After saying he left his cape at home.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that interview last week with Joe Green was just amazing. So you guys are just doing a phenomenal job. Keep it up. I got an opportunity possibly to meet an NBA player this week, so I'm gonna throw a shout out, maybe see if I can get him to call in. I ain't guaranteeing you anything, but I'm gonna have my Pittsburgh DSEN hat on, so I'll represent for you guys.
It's right down the street from where you used to go to school, but go ahead.
All right. But, and then, and just to close, Ken, you kind of mentioned about Valentine's Day. We just had Valentine's Day. Wanted to say another happy Valentine's Day to my wife and my 2 daughters and all the ladies out there listening. Hope y'all had a great Valentine's Day. Keep doing what you do. That's it for me.
Excellent. Now, you have a daughter that just competed over the weekend too, right?
Yeah, I have a daughter that does. Well, both of my daughters did competitive hip hop, but my youngest daughter is still in it. My oldest daughter is in University of Kentucky now, but my youngest daughter just competed down at Louisville. Their team came in 5th out of 14 teams, but they're getting ready to go to Orlando here to compete at Disney in about a month and a half. So they're still getting their stuff together, but I think we'll be ready here. Excellent. When it's time to go down there.
Well, good luck to her.
Good
luck to her. Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'll go ahead and close things out. And it's always fun every Tuesday with having different people come in. So definitely appreciate you coming in, Ralph. You, Keith.
Likewise.
JT, just to make sure everyone knows, JT had to work. He'll be out the next few weeks as well, but when JT is out, we normally, find different people to come in and hold his seat down as well. For all of you listening and watching, we appreciate all of your support. And as I said earlier, hopefully you are a subscriber for both the radio station. Our website is pghdsen.com, as well as on YouTube. Okay, you don't have to wait until every Tuesday from 6 to 8 to get your sports information, because on a daily basis we put content out on the YouTube channel. So don't miss out. So we appreciate all of your support. So we'll go ahead and sign off for tonight. And everyone, please be blessed.